Welcome back to Butterfly Tarot. My name is Lorraine. Today's topic is how do others view and perceive you? I have three piles for you. The timestamps for each pile is in the comments section and the description box below. If the readings resonate, please feel free to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section. I do thank you for clicking on the video today, and I hope that you return for future readings. And we're going to go ahead now and get into each of your readings for this video. Welcome to your reading pile one regarding how others view you and perceive you. I've already pre-shuffled. I generally only pull 5 cards for the readings. However, 6 cards came out for you this time, and I'm going to keep them because the way they came out, it felt right. So I'm going to identify each card that did come out for you, and then we're going to get into your reading. So the first card out for you is the Five of Wands, followed by the Queen of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Cups, which is followed by the World card, then the Hermit, and the sixth card out for you is the Three of Wands. And the bottom of the deck energy is the Knight of Swords. I'm sorry, Knight of Wands, I apologize. So I'm getting a number of things from your reading, okay? The first thing I'm getting is that how people view you and perceive you is Queen of Pentacles, okay? So someone who is self-sufficient, you are probably someone who relies on yourself a lot, especially financially. Even if you rely on anyone else, there's still a certain level of self-sufficiency to you. You seem like you have it all together, even if you don't. Because again, the reading is about how you're viewed, and we oftentimes don't see ourselves the way that other people see us. So this reading is going to be about how other people see us. Okay, you're being viewed as a Queen of Pentacles energy. You're being viewed as someone who has it all together. You have it all figured out. You're structured. You're mature. You're sophisticated. You're practical. You're grounded. Easygoing, financially stable. You're able to provide for yourself, but you're able to provide for others. You could be a parent, a single parent, or a parent overall. The reason I say that is because with the Queen of Pentacles, she is nurturing, and oftentimes she can be a working mother, a working father. Because again, even though it's the Queen of Pentacles, it could apply to male or female. In this case, following the Queen of Pentacles is also the Ace of Cups, which could be like a new baby or, a child. So again, and it's also a marriage and proposal card. So you could also have a family, right? So you could have a family that others are envious and jealous of. And I say that because the Five of Wands is the first card out for you, which is a card of rivalry, competition, disagreements, tension, conflict. And it's coming before the Queen of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Cups follows the Queen of Pentacles. So if you're in a relationship or you have like your own, you're married or you have your own little family, there are others that are jealous of you. They're jealous of this connection. They're jealous of this family. Even if you're a single parent, there could be people that are jealous of the way that you love your kids. There could be people that are jealous of how well you show up as a mother. With the Queen of Pentacles, you provide, you nurture, you love, you're grounded, you have an element of patience, and there are people who could be very envious of that. You could attract a lot of competition from others, even if you've just met them. It's something about your energy that is so secure and confident and self-assured that it almost triggers other people in a way that causes this level of envy and rivalry. So even if you're not competing, because the Queen of Pentacles oftentimes is not necessarily someone that competes. I don't really think that any of the queens in tarot competes. The Queen of Wands is capable, right? And the Queen of Swords. But again, these are still people in their power. So a lot of times they attract, like you, a lot of competition and envy from others. So how others view you and perceive you is in an envious way. People see you as established. People see you as having the life that they would desire. People see you as secure and self-sufficient in your finances, in your heart space, in your relationships, how you show up as a parent, if you're a parent, how you show up for your loved ones, even if you're not a parent, how you show up for your family, your friends, your spouse, your mate, how you show up in work, because Queen of Pentacles is also work. So people could also see you as someone that's hardworking. People could be envious and jealous of how hard you're willing to work and how much work you put in. And you could make it seem effortless. And people are envious of that, not because they can't work hard, but because you do it and you do it so well. And they may not be in that state of mind where they can tap into that kind of energy. Now, as I mentioned, what follows the Queen of Pentacles is the Ace of Cups. And again, I'm going to mention this is a card of love, compassion, it's creativity. It's like spiritual intuition, okay? So people could be, and with the Queen of Pentacles, she's also practical and grounded. So this is someone who oftentimes makes a plan, okay? So they plan. And again, your love, the Ace of Cups comes out, and then the World card follows your love for other people, the way you love other people. And again, this is even going beyond what I said before of you loving and having such a good relationship with your children or your child or your family. This is just others in general, the way that you extend your love and your nurturing and generosity to other people in general. So you could be someone who is compassionate towards others, homeless people, people in bad situations. You could be a very compassionate person, a very nurturing, loving, and generous person to others. You don't like to see other people in a bad situation. And if you can help, you will help. And people find envy in that. People are envious of that because maybe some of these people are having a hard time tapping into that compassionate energy themselves. Some people may be selfish and are jealous of the fact that you're not. And that's crazy, right? I mean, it doesn't make sense. It never does, but that's what I'm getting. The way you love the world, the way you view the world, the compassion you show for other people, the way you love other people, and also the way that you're loved back. So you could be someone that has a tendency to attract people who admire you. You could have people that easily love you. You could be easy to fall in love with, and this is viewed and observed by other people. People, this could be people around you, or people that you just meet. It could be lovers, past lovers. You're someone who is easily loved. You could be liked very easily. You could walk into a room and interact with people and be liked very easily. And there could be people that are jealous and envious of this. What follows the World card is the Hermit card, and then following that is the Three of Wands. So your intuition. And I'm going to go back to me mentioning you being independent. With the Hermit card, this is a card of independence, okay? This is a card of introspection. This is someone who enjoys being alone. This is someone who enjoys being alone because they like to truth seek, okay? They like to seek the truth. They like to do introspection. They like to work on themselves. It's a kind of soul searching. And this is a wise person, okay? So your wisdom, people could be jealous and envious of your wisdom. People could be jealous and envious that you are a lone wolf because some people can't be alone. They don't know how to be alone. They don't know how to rely on themselves and enjoy their own company. And it seems that you are able to do that. You are someone who is perceived as enjoying your own company. You enjoy being to yourself. Not to say that you don't like to interact with others and be around other people. It's just to say that you're someone who, if you're in a situation, for example, that doesn't serve you, you have no problem walking away and standing in your own truth by yourself. And you won't feel lonely. Okay. This is how people are viewing you. And people are jealous of your intuition. People are jealous of the spiritual energy you hold. You could be a highly spiritual person, very highly intuitive. You could have foresight, right? So you could be someone who foresees things, okay? You could be someone who, I don't want to say predicts, but we're going to say predict anyway. You could be someone that predicts things, or you have a intuition that is so heightened that you're able to, for example, see people's energy before it comes. So you may have people that come around you and you can perceive how they're going to show up or predict how they're going to, what their energy is going to turn out to be. Okay. You can look at certain situations or circumstances and perceive right away, okay, this person is like this or this person is like that. And that's because you know yourself so well. People view you and perceive you as someone who knows themselves very well. You know yourself well. You are someone who does a lot of work on yourself. You have a lot of inner guidance and you're very conscious. And that could also be why you're so compassionate and loving and generous towards others. Because a person who knows themselves and they soul search, they work on themselves to heighten their intuition and to be the best version of themselves, that creates self-love. And when you love yourself and develop a certain level of compassion for yourself, it's easy to extend that to others. And that is what you do. And there are people that are envious of that. And those that are not envious, that's how they view you and they admire it. Because with the Ace of Cups and the World card, even though there are people that are envious of you, there are people that love you for those same reasons. For the reasons that there are people who are envious and jealous of you, there's a whole group of other people, perhaps way more than that, that loves you for those exact same reasons. So the way you show up to others, you're both loved and admired for it and respected for it, but also disliked for it. Okay. And there's a thin line between love and hate. So I think even the people who are jealous and envious of you or who dislike you, they still have a certain level of admiration for you, whether they admit it or not, because they're aware of how positive and beautiful you are of a person and how beautiful you show up in the world. And that's what is triggering that inner being within these people because they view you, they see you clearly. They may hate that you embody that energy and that they may struggle to step into that energy. But the thing is, that means that they are capable of this. They just are not willing to do the work. So their dislike for you is the fact that you're willing to do the work. Okay. What the last card is following the Hermit card is the Three of Wands. So you're someone who takes action, and you have quite a bit of Wands energy out here because you have the beginning card is the Five of Wands, the ending card is the Three of Wands, and then there's a Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So again, you're quite you could be perceived as someone who is, I'm not going to say fiery, but I am going to say you're someone who perhaps takes action in a fiery way. You could be viewed as someone who is non tolerant, right? So even though you're loving and compassionate, you could be viewed as someone that if you're crossed, you can step into a Queen of Wands energy. The Queen of Wands is not out here, but with the Five of Wands coming out before the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands being at the bottom of the deck, you could be someone who you're classy, you're sophisticated, and you're respectful. But if you're crossed, you can and will be willing to step into a Queen of Wands, King of Wands energy and let it be known who you can be. And I think people see you that way. So I think people may tread lightly with you, whether they dislike you or not. They're probably, these people are probably not necessarily willing to confront you or cross you the wrong way because there's something about your energy that lets them know that you can flip the switch, right? You can change up if necessary, and you can go from the very kind, very patient, very demure to very turned up, very in your face, and very much standing your ground. And people can see that, which is a good thing. And with this Three of Wands, you're someone who's seen as enterprising. Again, foresight. You're someone who you're probably good in business. You're probably good at making money, or you at least have great making money ideas because you have the Queen of Pentacles here. And then you have the Three of Wands at the end, which the Three of Wands is preparation. So, like I mentioned before, planning. You're someone who plans. You're someone who takes action on those plans. You're someone who moves forward. You're very good in business, more than likely. Whether you're in business or not, you're being viewed as someone who would be very good at business, very good at making money, very good at investments, very good at having a structured home life, very good at having a structured parenting life or a structured family life. You are seeing in a very beautiful light, and some people are loving you for it, and some people are disliking you for it. But you're seen as someone who pursues other opportunities, and you're willing to go far and beyond if necessary, to get where you want, but you're willing to do it in a very loving, patient, and planning way. With the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck, again, this is movement, energy. The Knight of Wands is someone that's passionate and fiery, and they move with a lot of abrupt energy. So, and with the Three of Wands precedingness coming in at the end of the deck, again, you're someone who sees what you want and you go after it. This is how you are being viewed and perceived by others. You go after what you want. You're very passionate. You're very inspired, and you're very inspiring to others. You like a good adventure, and you're fearless. When you want something, you're fearless. And with that Queen of Pentacles in here and this Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and then of course with the World card, you are you're more than likely attractive. Okay, so you may not see it, but we're saying how you're being viewed. People can use attractive also because the Queen of Pentacles is earth energy. And it always reminds me of Taurus, and because obviously Taurus is an earth sign, but with Pentacles, I know that there's the Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, which you could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn energy. But it always reminds me more of Taurus, and Taurus reminds me of Venus. So I always get beauty, and then with the Wands energy here, being passionate, it adds a certain level of magnetism. So you could be very attractive. People may see you as attractive, even if you don't see yourself that way. Others probably see you as very attractive, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, because she's financially well. So this is somebody who takes care of themselves. This is somebody who looks good. She dresses well. She loves to smell nice. She likes to have her hair done a certain way. Very refined, very elegant. Like I said, very demure. So you could be very attractive. The way you look, the way you smell, the way you show up. And with this Knight of Wands, you're passionate, you're fiery, you're adventurous. And I think that's a beautiful energy. So, like I said, for the reasons that you're loved, you also may be disliked for those reasons, and that's fine. Because there's a saying that if everybody likes you, then you may not be doing something right. But if you have at least one hater, then maybe you're on the right track. Because sometimes people will dislike you for no reason at all. And that's okay. That's their burden to bear. But there's a thin line between love and hate. So I always say that because to me, I feel like when people dislike you for a reason or I'm sorry, when people dislike you without a reason, usually it's because they see something in you that they desire for themselves. Envy and jealousy is usually just a projection of you are embodying something that I want or want to be. You look like something that I want to look like or someone I want to look like, your looks, your money, something you have that I want. And to some degree, that usually signifies that these people feel inferior to you. So now they put you on a pedestal, and in their mind, you're above them. You're superior to them. And not to say that that's necessarily a good or bad thing, but in theory, that would make you that bitch. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say it. Okay, I'm being honest. Um, and it is what it is. Now, I did want to touch on something else with the Queen of Pentacles being here and the World card, and then the Three of Wands, Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So you could be someone that's viewed as someone who has the potential to be famous, okay? You could be viewed as someone who has the potential to be well known. You're someone who has, because with the Three of Wands, this is also a card of overseas opportunities, okay? And then you have the World card, and then you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is enterprising. She's the Queen of Pentacles is someone that would show up and her elegance, her beauty, her energy would lighten the room up. And then the Knight of Wands is someone who goes after what they want. And this is a fiery energy, very magnetic energy. Three of Wands, also magnetic energy. You could be someone that others see you and you may give celebrity vibes. You may give the vibes of someone who is meant to be famous or someone who could be famous, or you could also be well known. Maybe you have a TikTok channel or something, but you're someone that is being viewed as someone who could attract and draw in the world. You're also being viewed as someone who has it all. As I mentioned before, if that didn't come across, you're being viewed as someone who has it all. When people meet you and see you and they observe you or just your energy, you're perceived as someone who has it all. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have money, you have material things. Your material plane is well up. You're attractive. Your beauty and grace and elegance, comes into play a big way. Then you have the Ace of Cups, which can represent love and your children, okay? And the Queen of Pentacles also could be a working parent. So people think, okay, she has love, she has money, she has the world. Again, the world card here, you have everything you need. That may not be true, but the confidence that shows up, it gives that implication to people. And then also your beauty. So people could assume that even if you're not in a relationship, people could assume you are because they can't imagine how somebody so well put together, somebody so attractive with so many qualities is not in a relationship or is not, well sought after. You could be very well sought after, but with this Hermit card, you could also be someone that is closed off to relationships right now because you're working on yourself or you enjoy your alone time. Okay. But people are perceiving you as someone who has it all. And with this Five of Wands coming on in the beginning, there are people who want to compete, because they might feel beneath you. And they figure if they can compete with you, then they're at your level if you're willing to compete back. But with this Hermit card and this Three of Wands at the end, no, that doesn't, that was like, no, they're competing by themselves. You're winning without even trying because they're competing by themselves. You're moving on. You're moving into foresight. You're moving towards your dreams, your goals, and your passions and desires. While these people are sitting here concerned with what you have going on and concerned with wanting to live up to the standard that they and the pedestal they put you on, you're focused on yourself with this hermit card. You're not interested in competing. You're focused on yourself. But there's three of wands at the end and then the knight of wands at the beginning. I mean, at the bottom of the deck, you're focused on following your heart's desires, enjoying life with this world card, living life with this ace of cups card, loving life. And that's just it. But this is how people see you as an attractive person who has love, who has money, who has it all put together. You have beauty, grace, elegance, respect. You have the world, and you love your alone time, which can also sometimes make people, when you're a person who likes to be alone or you're introverted, for some reason, people tend to be triggered by that. And sometimes people can feel like you may feel like you're better than them or you're too good for them. And in reality, it's just you like your alone time. Okay. But this could also be why some people are triggered and may have a dislike because you have so much to offer, but you like to be to yourself. And they're seeing you in such a high regard that your desire to be to yourself could feel like rejection, like you're rejecting them, when in reality, you're just choosing yourself and choosing your alone time. That's nothing to do with them. But again, that's how people perceive you. And again, for everyone that dislikes you with this Ace of Cups and this World card, there are many others that love you. Okay, and that's what I'm getting from your reading. I'm going to end it there. I thank you for watching, and I hope that you will decide to come back and join us for future readings. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next pile. Welcome to your reading pile 2 regarding how others view you and perceive you. I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards for you. I'm going to identify those cards and then we're going to get into your reading. So the first card that came out for you is the Seven of Cups, followed by the King of Swords, followed by the Five of Pentacles, followed by the Nine of Wands, and the fifth and final card out for you is the Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck energy is the Page of Wands. So what I'm getting is that you're being viewed as someone who receives a lot of opportunities. You're being viewed as someone who has a lot of dreams. So people could see you as very driven in a sense where you are goal orientated. Okay, so you're someone who has a lot of goals, a lot of dreams. You may be someone who uh, seek opportunities out or opportunities come to you easily. You're being viewed as someone who's decisive. You know what your heart desires and you go after it. And I say that because with the Seven of Cups, this is usually our dreams, our goals, our heart's desires, opportunities that we desire for ourselves. It's a lot of options. Seven of Cups can be many options. And with the King of Swords is decisive. He's head over heart. So he's decisive. He knows what he wants. He knows what his heart's desires, and he knows this in a mental space, and he pursues it. He gets it. He's stern. He's stoic, and he's not someone that's confused. A lot of times, Seven of Cups energy can be confused, right? This can be having so many opportunities that you don't know which one to choose, or having all these opportunities and you don't know what's the best one. The King of Swords does not struggle with that. So you're being seen as someone who is stoic. You could be being viewed as someone who's very serious, very determined, very very much someone who sets boundaries. So I'm going to guess that you're a bit no nonsense or a lot no nonsense. So you're not exactly someone who's going to stand for disrespect. You're someone who's going to be very vocal about your boundaries, and you're going to be very vocal about what you will and will not put up with. So people see you as a King of Swords energy, whether you're male or female. People are seeing you as someone who, if pushed, you can be very masculine or more assertive, rather. I think assertive is a better way to describe this. You're being seen as assertive. So you're being seen as someone not to mess with. You're being seen as someone who is mentally strong, creative, someone who is decisive, someone who knows what they want, and someone who goes after it. What follows the King of Swords is the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. So I'm getting that you are being viewed again, determined, because with the Five of Pentacles, this is about loss, okay? This is a lack mindset. It's about isolation and worry, poverty, having a lot of needs that aren't being met. and it's about insecurity. However, the Nine of Wands energy is about having courage and persistence. It's about having your faith tested, but having resilience and the boundaries necessary to overcome those worries. And then, of course, before the Five of Pentacles is the King of Swords. You're being seen as someone who overcomes challenges with ease. It doesn't matter what struggles you have. It doesn't matter how much you lose, who you lose. It doesn't matter if it's heartbreak. It doesn't matter if it's wealth. You're being seen as someone who is very strong and powerful, and you're able to use your mental energy and your stoicism to overcome anything that you go through. You're being seen as someone who has turned their pain into power, or you're in the process of doing that right now. And even if you don't see yourself this way, you have to consider that we don't see ourselves the way that others do. So people often see us the way that they see us from the outside looking in, but because we know ourselves, we don't always have that same viewpoint. Okay, so this is how people are seeing you. People are seeing you as strong and sturdy, solid, decisive, someone who overcomes challenges with ease. And then at the end, you have the Queen of Cups. So again, you have turned your pain into power. Now, the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups energy are two different energies here. Because the Queen of Cups is heart over head, right? She lives from a heart space, whereas the King of Swords is head over heart. So you could be being seen as somebody who is dual. I'm also getting, and this is very interesting. I'm also getting that you could have been in a relationship or currently in a relationship that may have taken a lot from you. And I say that because you have the King of Swords here, which the King of Swords, like I said, has boundaries. But following it is the Five of Pentacles. This is loss. Queen of Cups coming out. The Queen of Cups is coming out after the loss of the Five of Pentacles and overcoming that with the Nine of Wands energy. So you could have went through some heartbreak. Someone could have hurt you, and that could be what put you in this King of Swords energy. It could even be a multitude of people. It could be friendships, families, relatives, it could be anyone that has hurt you and it has caused you a lot of heartache. And that again could have made you defensive because the King of Swords is a defensive energy. This is someone that is quick to defend themselves. This is someone that's quick to stand up for themselves and others. And you could also be someone that is willing and able to stand up for other people. You could be someone who roots for the underdog. You could be someone that's willing to wield that sword in your hand to defend yourself and others who have less than or others who are struggling. You could also be being viewed as someone that helps others to overcome their hard times. So I say that because you have the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and this is a card of inspiration, okay? So you could be very inspiring to other people. But again, as I stated, you could also be someone that has overcome that has overcome some sort of heartache and loss in a relationship, in a connection, and people are viewing you as someone who pushed through this. With the Seven of Cups, you could have had a lot, because again, you have the Seven of Cups at the beginning of your reading, and then the Queen of Cups at the end. You could have been someone that had a connection or um, a kinship, a friendship. There could have been some sort of connection where you had your heart set on it. With this Seven of Cups, you've seen a lot of opportunities and had a lot of dreams for this connection and for this the future of this connection. And instead of getting the Seven of Cups, you got the Five of Pentacles where it took from you instead of giving to you. And with this Nine of Wands, you had to use this power of assertiveness with this King of Swords to overcome that. And it put you into the Queen of Cups energy. It made you more compassionate. It softened you a little, not in a bad way, but this is giving duality. So you were being seen as someone who was stern and assertive, maybe cold. People could have seen you as cold and very detached. And you've overcome stuff that has kind of made you more loving, more nurturing, more compassionate of a person. It's made you calmer. Your hurt and heartache and the things you've overcome have turned you into a healing energy for other people and yourself. You're more emotional and more stable in your heart space now. People have seen you as more intuitive, but not just mentally intuitive, emotionally intuitive. You're more caring now. People have seen you transform. You could have also become a mother or are becoming a mother, or you've had to take on a position of taking care of others, or again, taking care of yourself, and you've developed more compassion for yourself. So now you have that for others. Because with the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck, like I mentioned, this is a card of inspiration, but it's also a card of discovery. Okay, this is a free spirit card. It's a card of exploring and freedom and excitement. And when you're a King of Swords energy, usually that's more of a tense energy, more of an uptight energy, a bit stoic, not exactly the most fun loving energy, not the most free spirited energy. So you have probably went from being more stoic and cut off. Again, this is how people are seeing you. This doesn't mean that this is who you are. And you've now become more of a free spirited person, more laid back, more easygoing, more calm, more loving, more caring. And I'm getting the vibe that people are loving this energy. You bring a sense of comfort to others because it's giving that you can be supportive and a protector, like a King of Swords. You can protect others and you're willing to do so and you're quick to do so. But you can also create a loving and calm, safe, nurturing environment for others. You're being seen as duality. You're being seen as someone that's mentally strong and emotionally strong. But it's showing that you've had to go through a lot to get to this point. You've probably experienced a lot of loss. It could be loss in finances and jobs and careers and money and relationships and in your own, confidence. But you are seen as very confident. With this King of Swords, that is a very confident energy. So people view you and perceive you as confident and strong, powerful, a defender, a protector, but you're loving. Wow, this is a beautiful energy. I think that you make people feel safe because you're willing to defend them in a strong, powerful way, but you're also willing to make them feel comforted. I think that you make people feel safe. I think that you've developed into a free spirit. So people are seeing you as someone who has transitioned and you're still a King of Swords energy, but now you've kind of balanced it out. So I think that people feel more comfortable with you now. Maybe before people were a little bit more detached or distant or more stagnant in approaching you or coming towards you because of that King of Swords energy. Very given out, very defensive, very assertive. And now people feel like you're more open, you know? And it could be loss and such that had to put you in that position, but it did. So you're very much being seen in a beautiful light, very beautiful light. And I'm so grateful that I could give you this reading. I am going to end it here. I thank you so much for watching. I hope it resonated. If so, please feel free to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. And I hope that you come around again for future readings. Welcome to your reading part 3 regarding how others perceive you and view you. I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. I'm going to go ahead and identify the 5 cards that came out for you, and then we're going to get into your reading. So the first card out for you is the Star card. It's followed by the Two of Pentacles, which is then followed by the Four of Swords, followed by the Eight of Cups, and the final 5th card out for you is the Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck energy is Three of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm getting here is how you're being perceived and viewed by others is someone who is at you could be either you could have already went through or you're currently going through some sort of a change in your life. I say that because the Star card is a card of hope and calm, okay? It's a card of needing balance. It's a card of renewal. It's a good omen. To me, it is like a good karma card. That's how I read it. And it's a card of rejuvenation. Okay, now what's come after this one is the Two of Pentacles. So you could be someone who has always juggled too much, okay? You could have been juggling too much. People could have seen you as someone that has been focused mostly on your finances and your material world. You could be someone who's overworked yourself and you've juggled every opportunity. You've taken, probably given to others and taken care of others. However, following this Two of Pentacles is the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is a card of rest and relaxation. It's a card of contemplation, a card of meditation. It's a card of renewal and solitude. So, as I mentioned before, that coming after the Two of Pentacles, after juggling and perhaps overworking yourself and being too focused on different opportunities, giving to too many different people, too many different situations and circumstances, you're taking a break. You're taking a break. People are seeing you probably for the first time or one of the fewest times in your life actually sitting down and just relaxing and allowing your mind and your body and your soul to breathe. So this is how you're being seen. Now, what comes after the Four of Swords is the Eight of Cups. So, in this process of resting and meditation, you're working on yourself. You're walking away from things that no longer serve you. And that I say that because the Eight of Cups is a card of it's a card of disappointment. Okay, it's abandonment. It's where you abandon those eight cups that no longer serve you. You withdraw. Okay, the eight cups usually means that you're walking away from like escapism. So you could have addictions, you could have escapisms, you could have toxic connections, toxic relationships, toxic, that Two of Pentacles, or you could have been in a toxic work environment that you're walking away from. You're leaving it behind. And then you have the Queen of Cups following the Eight of Cups. The Queen of Cups is somebody who is strong in her emotional state. She's emotionally balanced, she's compassionate, she's comfortable. And again, she's calm, she's nurturing, she's a healing being. And interestingly enough, like I said before, the Star card is also a card of calm and hope and faith and purpose. And for that to be the first card out and then have the final card out, this is how you're being viewed right now. You're being viewed as somebody who is taking time for themselves. You may have juggled a lot and taken care of other people, but right now, you're being viewed as someone who is focused on yourself. You're walking away from things that no longer hurt you, that can no longer hurt you. You're walking away from things that people, things that basically cause some sort of conflict, things that put you in this Two of Pentacles where you're constantly juggling. You're constantly trying to keep afloat. You're constantly prioritizing things and adapting and balancing out your decisions and your desires and things for other people. And I say that it's for other people because the card is focusing so much on you needing to focus on your own healing, your own relaxation, and your own heart space. And usually it focuses on that when you've been giving too much to other people. And with this Two of Pentacles, this is juggling a whole bunch of stuff. This is having so many priorities. And a lot of times, in your case, those priorities could have been other people. True, it could have been for yourself. Okay, you could have been someone who has overdid it in work because you're so focused on wanting to build money and build wealth and you're wanting to maintain this job or that job, even if it's not making you happy. Well, with this Eight of Cups, you're no longer doing that. You're being seen as someone that's setting boundaries too. With this Eight of Cups going into this Queen of Cups, any relationships, connections, people that have hurt you in the past, people that have walked all over your boundaries, crossed your boundaries, that felt like they could take advantage of you, they're seeing you in a new light because they're seeing you in Eight of Cups where you're setting boundaries. You're walking away from these connections and you're not feeling bad about it. Because with this Four of Swords at the center, you're wanting rest. You're wanting relaxation. You're wanting time to yourself. You're wanting to recuperate. You could be going on vacation, but or you could be needing one. And people are seeing that you've spent so much time with this Two of Pentacles, prioritizing other things and other people, prioritizing your money, prioritizing your material state and your material surroundings. But you're focused on you now. However, with this Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, this suggests to me that once you step into this Queen of Cups energy, where you're emotionally balanced and you've worked on yourself, you've healed what you needed to heal. Because with this Eight of Cups coming before, this is suggesting that you have some healing. With the Four of Swords, this is rest and recuperation after a long battle. Okay, many struggles, many things that have depleted you. And then the Eight of Cups is walking away from things that hurt you. Queen of Cups is taking care of yourself. With this Three of Pentacles, as I stated, interestingly enough, you have the Two of Pentacles that came out in the reading, and then you have the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. You will be taking a break, but you're going to come back better than ever. Because like I said, if you're walking away from a toxic work environment, for example, or toxic connections, with this Three of Pentacles, once you step into this Queen of Cups energy, people can see, or this is foreseeing for you in this reading, that this Three of Cups, you're going to come into connection with people who support you. They're going to support you in your business, in your finances, in your heart space. Because the Three of Pentacles is about working with others, it's about collaborating and learning, it's about building something. So it's like, even though you're putting those Two of Pentacles down, with the Two of Pentacles coming out in the reading, followed by the Four of Swords, you may be putting those Two of Pentacles down that you currently have to work on yourself. But once you finish, you're going to get the Three of Pentacles, which means you're not just going to be, you're going to have others that are going to help you, because Two of Pentacles is you juggling by yourself and it's overwhelming, you needing a break. But the Three of Pentacles is you having all of the, you have an extra pentacle, but you also have others that are working with you to build this. So people are seeing that you have tried to build so long for yourself by yourself, and perhaps even building for others. And now that you're taking that break after the fact, you're going to have others that are going to come in and help take that load off from you. You're going to have balance. Now, with the Star card, I do want to say this. Perhaps, um, with people seeing you, the Star card being the first card out, I always think of the star as someone that is famous, right? Because they're stars, and also beautiful, because people are attracted to the stars. People are drawn to stars because they're so bright and beautiful. So you're being seen as someone that is bright and beautiful. That's the first part out. This is how people are seeing you. They're seeing you as someone that is bright and you're beautiful, you're attractive, you draw attention to yourself, you're calming, and you have a purpose, very resilient energy. You could also be being seen as someone who's very spiritual. And again, with the Two of Pentacles coming after, you could be being seen as someone who is considerate of others and generous. I say that because with the star and then it's going to the Two of Pentacles. Anytime you see the Two of Pentacles, I presume that this is someone who likes to help others. That's why you're juggling multiple things at once, because you're trying to give to others, but also yourself. It can remind me of the Six of Pentacles, but I guess in a more demure way. So I am seeing that you are attractive. You're bright. You shine very brightly. You're easily seen. You stand out. With the Star card, you're being seen as someone who stands out, someone who, again, is a very calming energy. Because I can't help but be drawn to, again, the fact that the Star card comes out first and it's calming. The Star card is a calming energy. Like, stars come out at night when it's quiet. It's a calming energy. And then the card out at the end is Queen of Cups, another calming, comforting, nurturing energy. People see you as calming. They see you as comforting. They see you as a safe space. People see you as someone that they can depend on. And that is, again, why I say this Two of Pentacles gives the implication that you have been juggling a lot of stuff for other people. And it may not be money, it could be emotions, because the Queen of Cups is someone that's relied upon. People rely on her for emotional support. People rely on her for a safe space, a safe and nurturing, loving home. Okay. And then with the Eight of Cups coming before that, this is usually having to put down Eight Cups, because there are Eight Cups or individuals or situations or circumstances that drained you. They left you empty every single time. So you're putting those Eight Cups down and you're leaving them behind, and you're only focused on the one cup, which is the cup that fulfills you. So again, you're being seen as calm, loving, nurturing, beautiful, bright, generous, somebody that's hardworking, somebody that's responsible, because the Two of Pentacles also reminds me of someone responsible. You're going through a change right now. So if you may have already come out of one and people are perceiving you because now you're out of this change, but if not, you could be at a point in your life where you're transitioning into the best version of yourself. You're going through a transformative state, because the Eight of Cups into the Queen of Pentacles usually signifies the ending, walking away from something and starting something new. And the irony of that, as I mentioned, is having the Two of Pentacles out here and you're putting those down, but at the bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Pentacles. So, and then of course you have the Eight of Cups, putting down and walking away from those Eight Cups. And then you have the Queen of Cups, only focused on the one cup. So while you're focusing on yourself, You're putting these Two of Pentacles down to rest and relax, and you're walking away from these Eight Cups to focus on yourself. While you're doing that, there's going to be a Three of Pentacles coming in. You won't have to juggle these coins anymore. Someone's going to come in that is going to help you balance this out. They're going to support you. You're going to have expansion with these individuals or in this business or in this group. There's something that's going to come in that's going to help you to grow. You could be concerned with walking away from this Two of Pentacles because it could concern you that you may not be able to regain or restore or rebalance after putting down and dropping so much, because it's looking like for you, you're having to kind of put down financial situations and emotional situations with this Two of Pentacles and this Eight of Cups. So this is both financially and emotionally, in professionally and in personal, that you're having to transform your life, but you're going to become the Queen of Cups. So those Eight of Cups, you're not going to miss those. You're gonna find the emotional balance you need, and you're gonna have the restoration that you're seeking with this Four of Swords energy at the center of your reading. You're gonna rest, and you need it. I can see you need this rest, and you're gonna shine brighter. With the Star card coming out, you're gonna shine much brighter now, and you're gonna have a community around you that is gonna support that shine. But I'm going to go ahead and leave your reading there. I do hope it resonated. If so, please feel free to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. And hopefully you'll return back to the channel for future readings. Thank you.